Hey, got a few minutes in my car where I'm just waiting around on somebody, so I'm just going to ramble about something for a minute. This year, I set out a goal to watch 52 movies I have never seen before in my life. And I've already hit that goal. It's currently end of May, almost June, and I have already crushed that goal. Instead of 52 movies, I've currently hit about, I think, 65, which is pretty good, pretty good. Yes, if you think I have no life, yes, I have no life in a lot of ways, but it's fine. It's my life. I'm happy with it. I get to sit around and watch movies every now and then, so that's pretty awesome. And I'm getting these movies from either the library, a relative is letting me borrow them, or they just happen to be, in my own little home catalog that I haven't, watched yet. And I will go ahead and say there something that's kind of interesting whenever you watch a lot of movies, and maybe you have come across this yourself, and it's I guess the best way of putting it is you can tell when a movie deserves to exist or not. You know, like recently I watched, Harrison Ford's movie The Fugitive, and I understand why that movie exists. Silence of the Lambs with, Anthony Hopkins. I understand why that movie exists. I watched A Time to Kill. That's another movie that it makes sense why it exists. These are all movies that they excel at something. They're good at something. And I've also watched a lot of junk this year, and I've come across several movies where I'm like, why does this movie exist? I guess maybe a tax write-off is the only reason it exists, because the movie is either, dumb, doesn't really excel at anything. Other films have done what they're doing better. I don't know. It's just interesting, and I'm sorry that I'm just rambling. I don't really have much to say. But is there a movie that you can think of where you've watched it? And I'm not talking about something recent. I'm talking, I'm not even talking about a hot button movie. I'm talking about a movie that you've just watched for fun and you're just like, wow, that should never have been made. And what movies, I'm not talking about some political movie or anything like that. I'm talking about a movie that you've watched and you're like, man, I understand why that movie exists. It makes sense why it exists. It excels at this or that. So if you think of anything, just let me know. Sorry, just talking off the top of my head.